Part of me wants to say 2-1 just because I want to give Furia that chance for glory, but this is a very hard task for them, as it will be for all the teams involved. All the underdogs will need to try get their wins on the board as we get to the pistol, and Grim draws first blood in our concurrent match day. Guerri backed up towards the arch side here on the ace site, arcs on the site itself. Great flicks to the head, finds Grim with the trade back, but doesn't hold on forever. Team Liquid can overwhelm, get to the site and get the bomb plant.
Yeah, Vinny just trying to tap through that moto smoker. For Team Liquid, they've got themselves in a great post-planting position. And even for Stewie, this one kill onto long could be everything.
And Glock standing by, ready to take facing against this Furia side. Guerri's making a lot of noise for this, and Stewie finally strikes back, but Guerri gets the kill. So 3-on-3. They've wasted a fair amount of time here on the Liquid defensive, and if they continue to hold them back, then this should be enough. Guerri tagged to 20, Vinny to 70 points of HP. Okay, Serrata's looking for his opportunity to swing, and Elige just gets that headshot in, knows exactly where Vinny is. He's trying to press the issue, get the headshot on Nap. It's not going to happen. Guerri's got it all to do, and it's too much for him to handle.
With no one on long side, you've got to wonder how this crossfire is going to develop up and short.
Face into the T side, smokes on the Yuri, sees them all coming, can't get the player on the site. Guerri can, Elige trades him back. Yuri lines up two, Fallen takes it to 2v2, and the bomb goes down at the shutter doors. The retake is on for Furia. I think that kit was dropped ahead of the haystack as well, so they can also grab a little bit extra time if they can just overextend to the site. We'll have to get the kills on Elige and Fallen regardless. Boost up as csgomatchtvcoop been seen. He'll see Elige, he'll get that headshot, so it's all in the Mac 10. An all-Brazilian round in the 1v2. Deagle outswings on, and csgomatchtvcoop domes him. Art gets on the defusers. csgomatchtvcoop looks for the kit in the AKs. One player at Sandbags playing anti-flash. Stewie. Oh, his head's been seen. He baits in the shot from Art and Lee, but they're not ready for the Mac 10. Awkward sprays come together for Vinny regardless. And Naf gets that trade back, has the AK now to work with, but up against the AWP, Art knows is coming sometime, and still Naf can get that trade. Secondary kill back for him, no further than that. So far forced forward, and Grim has absolutely no idea. If he hard checks it, that might be worth it. The M4 could catch two frags instead. They do hard check it, but still he gets his headshot. Elige there with a trade.
Rotations are going to be slow out from the B side. Naf might even be able to catch off A. This could bring the bomb back, and now Fury is starting to get scrambled.
Still got two players over on that B site, and Elige will start rotating out. Further utility put up by Naf might indicate that it is going to be the A site hit, so csgomatchtvcoop is going to go ahead and join Art here. Up towards site, firing away, giving up his position, so Naf could find a backstab if he can catch csgomatchtvcoop at the right timing here. AK sees him instead, and he doesn't even check the arches. So now Elige in the 1v3. Has the bomb on his back, smoke still up against the AWP, so can go for a safe default plant, but that might be everything he gets in this round.
Yeah, Art's walking forward. Bomb plant's going to be the extra cash injection. Take the fight out from Library. Needs to adjust back over to the upper, and now gets it back to a 1v1.
No way, Elige. 2 HP for him. He's got to get a perfect tap on Yuri's head. He sees him! Oh, he's done it! Quadra out for Elige. You highlighted him for good reason, and that's the reason right there. Force up, Art into position. Incendiaries and smoke. Stewie so close. The flick's not good enough. Kill comes in easy for the T side, and still Stewie gets aggressive with the smoke criminal himself, but doesn't go so far as a triple. csgomatchtvcoop gets his trade in and keeps things under control for the most part. It's still Liquid with the advantage. And peek back in towards the short position, falling set with the on angle, gets it. Now leaves it on Yuri as the last man to the site. Can he hold off against the entire T-Forces? Honestly, I don't think so.
Great patience to come through from Liquid, just slowing down after the early chaos out from Banana. Yuri gets away with one kill, put a smoke down, and the rotation just isn't coming at all. csgomatchtvcoop is going to be able to hold onto a weapon that gets dropped in top Banana, so at least there's something being saved forward into the next round. And for Liquid, now they're starting to gather room. Now they're starting to gather momentum.
They enable this particular round to come together. They've seen the head of the first man. Fallen, however, takes the orphan straight up duel. A crack angle past Broken Wall gets csgomatchtvcoop. Yuri falls to Naf, although the leg shots are going to get landed by the sniper rifles. Unfortunately, it won't be anything else. The kills are pouring in for Liquid.
And when you think about Furia, their edge, their advantage in this matchup could be the AWP v AWP duels. And so far, Fallen has just been decimating the AWP v AWP duels. Furia have not been able to find much success at all. Jerry at the back of the B side just going to hope to try and do anything.
Raven catches Guerri, Vinny, all alone. Deagle out. Pacing and hoping something over on this B side as the T side players swarm A, knowing that the last CT player is well out of position. Get that plant down to see if Vinny can get the exit. Not going to happen.
Yeah, got to wonder, are they just going to flash him off from that one flash that they've got from Stewie, or just try and jiggle ping?
Oh, There's the flash, second one comes in, Incendiary's back, gonna try to damage up the player here at the Shire. Then Paul's got to start swinging, AKK Serato goes massive again! Naf there with a trade, but now he's the last man standing. AWP in his hands, getting back to Dark. And now looking for the last two Furia players, both coming in from CT spawn. Serato may have just done enough, may have become the hero. It's all up to his teammates to finish the job. Is there another clutch in this man? Set backed up here, waiting for the diffuser to get tapped. And Furia having kits, no util, no info that they can gain the walls. As Napper swing out, lands his shot on Gary, and Yuri's got to hunt for the kill real quick. He's taking his time with this, not giving up the info, but that might lead towards Nap's victory. And indeed, he gets his own triple to win the round for Liquid. M4's in, AWP's out, wallbangs attempted as Yuri tries to dive down into the apartment's entrance. Great flash in from Gary, but Nap is so ready for it. Still catches the headshot, evades most of the blindness. And Vinny caught by Stewie's peak. Blind as anything as well, dry as anything. 5v3, Serato top of the boots. Will Stewie read this? Not quite. So Serato can get a trade, but his backup is so far away, and he's got to hold off against everyone from Liquid. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, both players up on the A side. Even rotations is going to be slow. Naf making his way forward. Hasn't been able to see the short players as of yet, making the noise. AWP is going to return, and Furia, well, they've got to go for it.
Making a lot of noise to this. They should be realizing soon this is all going to be a banana take. Fallen set on the fountain. Time has run short. Team Liquid holding it off. Fallen does go down, but it's still for enough time here. Gary caught back on a spray. Elige makes it a 2K, and Liquid make it 11 rounds at the turn of the T side with their CT half after the break. Leaves Stewie as the defender over on that B site. Smokes on the cross and coffins, and they have got Naf pretty close to position to allow it to crossfire from the CT spawn. It's all going to rest on the execution basis. They all make their way in. Furia heads back, turns towards the back of the site. Flashbangs in with the CT forces and keeps Stewie at bay for now. Gets the shot in on Gary and opens up the half with a headshot. And a second, peeking up Yuri, seeing that bomb on his back here. Desperate for the kill, and he comes up with a triple. Grim now swinging up with a Fallen and a Liege. And combined forces to get 12 to the board of the CT side. Scout of Fallen may have already seen him. Grim's just waiting for contact.
Good looking crossfire on this CT side out with brackets. And Furia, they want to take it quite dry. Naf does swing out, and so do the rest of the CTs to gain themselves a 4v3 and force Furia to take banana and lean over to the B side.
Yeah, one kill with the SMG means bonus money in this bonus round for Liquid. Flashes into the CT side as Stewie's FAMAS now takes point on the defensive. Elige back up at CT spawn. Great flash in for him to allow Stewie to get the kill and the dig down on Serato. Gary caught with the bomb out. Serato dead to rights to the hands of the AUG. Triple up for Elige. AK's recovered and all. Hell of a bonus round for Liquid. 14-4. While half buy from Furia almost guarantees at least a 15-4. Oh, nade stacks easy for Stewie. Gary caught first, Curie caught second. Art can trade it at least with a Mac 10. And now should be easy picking for him. His teammate's going to wrap him for the backstab, even the spray through the smoke. You just can't stop this Liquid side, no matter what you do. AK in the hands of Serato, but his Mac 10 caught off by Naf. Continues to spray as Serato can land a secondary kill for his team, but it doesn't even last that much longer. Naf with a trade. And it will be map point for Liquid. This one could be over real quick. Must be encouraging for NIP as well, knowing that Furia are the main team that stands between them and the playoff position. Great shots in the Vinny. Fallen can trade it very quickly. Of course, over on that mainstream, NIP are up 11-9 against Gambit on Ancient. So they're currently doing a decent job of holding their own chances. Furia, the same cannot be said for them. 2-for-1 trade. Liquid only 3 more frags, 2 more frags away from the victory here, and Gary and Yuri should just get shot out of this.
You'd have to imagine so. Fallen with the AWP, he's still aggressing. He wants more.
Imagine. Oh, not looking good for Gary. 4 frags for Fallen. Imagine him making it the ace. Yuri, AK backed up in the mid control, and Fallen to close it in such a great fashion. He can't see his man, has no idea just yet. All a case of timing. Will he really rest the man? Yes, he will. Take some damage, does not take the shot back, and it will be Grim instead to steal the ace, but get the 16-4 for Liquid. What a dominating map to open up the series.
I'm impressed. I really am.
Into the pistol round, Liquid will be up on the CT side to start things off. Furia There's a half that could win you this particular map up. It would be the T half. So let's see them press forward onto Dawn and try and get this opening start up for their own right. They lost the pistol in the previous map up. Let's see whether this one will be the contraire. Stewie trying to look for that first frag. One player with his back turn. csGO and Yuri, those 2 kills at least, holding back in the back lines, gets 1 frag. A Gushon towards on a second player, but not enough to get the kill towards him. So csGO can triple up overall, and Naf will be left in a 1 versus 4.
A very easy time at all. 2 wins and 9 losses when they've been able to lose pistol and win that second round.
Garage entrance, hoping that someone makes their way out past the red box. He does land a tag on Yuri. Great timing, great shot, great stuff so far. Not going to continue his way forward here, try and catch this player off. Meanwhile, walk out towards Ram, going to give Naf a bit of a kill in the first man and that second. Okay, hold on. Force invest going well to get the man advantage. Trades involved for csGO, but his teammates are so low and Art's going to fall for it. Elise now looking for the bomb carrier and he gets it as well. Oh no. You talk about how the conversions have looked awkward for Liquid, but they look fantastic in this one.
You start to wonder what the balance is going to be like for Liquid moving forward. Fury with another quick play.
This time Stewie's caught off guard. Art with the kill. Burns a little bit. Damage done to Vinny in the back lines. Grim catches Art back to 4 versus 4 and finds csGO and Vinny. All sorts of backfire kills. A quadra, an ace for Grim. The Reaper's alive as Liquid gain 4.
With that smoke going down, he now knows that he's got ramp all to himself. Grim spotted 1 player out from Ven, deals with him straight away. That's 1 frag. Flashing out a closed vent, so when it forces players back in a position. A flashbang timed well from Gary. Allows Vinny 2 kills on the site. Not still aware of Suri's position, so he trades it to a 3 versus 3. Looks back at Marshmallow, but smoke back down. Yuri could get caught. Footsteps heard as the AWP of Fallen starts firing through that smoke. Can't get a secondary pick. Oh, Stewie's actually going back up to the top of Hut. You wonder if Fury are going to start checking this again. They don't have a molly to put it down. And for Liquid, they might start driving them away out for a vent dive or into ramp. And he made noise on the drop down. He did not make noise for the reface. Gary's stuck in behind them though. How's he done that? No ideas at all. And just like that, the whole round falls apart for Liquid. Nice and headshot, and it seems like that backstab it's gotten FURIA their second. So positional advantage in this round, not even we saw it. Now opener for FURIA much earlier in the round, and a man advantage for the execution. Grim still held to the back here. Can they counteract in this time? Not for Gary, at least dropping that bomb. csGO is closer, gets his responsive frag, and now 2 players up in heaven. Set now with a 3rd player actually on the retake. Krieg sees Fallen, Sprayers gets it together. Vinny capitalizes on the 2nd kill as well. Nap with 1 responsive, seen up there in the rafters, and Vinny makes it a triple as FURIA find their form again. 2nd piece in his arsenal. Watching the gap, and a smoke catches Yuri. Now got to reposition because the T's know where he is. But that's the 1 player out of the gates. Looks on towards open. Bensley, the 2nd player, and catches Vinny as well. 19 picks for Grim at this stage. A triple up in this round. And the bomb can go down to the B side, but it's a 4v2 for Liquid. No one playing on lower. Naf's going to be the first point of call in terms of rotating out from ramp. And for Guri and csGO, they need the unthinkable in this 2v4. They do have information of the 2 players coming over from Secret, so the best that they can guess is the second 2 players are coming in from the ramp control. Decon's open, double doors open, flashbang evaded, headshot barely caught off by csGO. A good kill on Grim. Blinded by the 2nd flashbang, catch that 2nd CT. Gary can come in with the flank and will catch on Fallen. That's a big frag alongside csGO dealing with Nap. Stewie's got to close down this Decon position. Back turn towards the next man. 186 not going to be good enough. And indeed, FURIA will find that miracle as they equalize 7 apiece. Flashbang towards closed vents. csGO going to check top of half. Will you see Stewie? Yes, he will. Tap the head off the shoulders. Back to evens again, but Fallen has other plans. Scout again involved with a headshot dealt with by Yuri. And player in the back of the site is Grim with the FAMAS. He's got it back to the advantage of Liquid. Yuri does get the trade back. Where's the last man? Where is Naf coming in from the ramp control? Did he hear a footstep? Does he just have a good read? 20 seconds. Either way, he's running out of time. It's back behind the site itself. No info still on Naf's angle. And we'll tap it again. Try force a peek. 10, 9. Time's running out. He's got to go for the plant now. Naf has now got the element of surprise. Can start peeking forward onto the site. Yuri, which way does he look? Left or right? It all comes down to the timing. Looking back over to the lane. Oh! He jumps up as he sprays. Mouse will up or mouse will down. Liquid are going to make it 8-7 at the turn of the half. And you hate to see it, Jay. You absolutely do in that situation. And he's even getting the BM out of there. Getting onto the defuse. Top of Mini.
Outside defaults involved, trying to get in towards the Hell or A site positions. Grim will force one player off angle as they fire into lockers, bust open the windows, look for Gary Deckman to find that frag, and eventually they do. K-Sera not with responsive though, 2 for 1 on the trades.
Oh, the bomb gets dropped, and Grimstaff, the last one left, and they know exactly where he is, out in that held position. Bomb with that lower bomb site means that Grim's got to try and win a 1v4.
Surely it must be impossible. He gets one frag at the very least. And as great as he's been so far on 80 points of health, you must imagine this probably doesn't come together. Indeed, Yuri shuts him down, and it will be 8 for the pistol round for Furia. They made noise on the ladder, so they realized that Liquid have gone back upstairs. They may be playing towards the outside position. Art's got a USP, which might not be the best weapon here, even if he is up against the anti-eco and the lack of Kevlar is involved in the T-side line. One player is Stewie jumps right in like Batman in case Serrato still cleans up with a triple and a quadra. 3 kills of the SMG and a lead gain now for Furia. In the lobby control, will they go to A? It looks like they might do. And Lee's starting to pop his head out of the door. Look in for Vinny in the back, does get a dink against his name. Look on to the second player, it's not quite as lucky for the second kill. Naf now being aggressed by K-Serato, the sprays forward of the smoke. Big gap in that smoke for the AK to utilize, and Naf has no idea. Simple now to drop the bomb, continues to spray back to Stewie 2K, as K-Serato gets his own 2K. And Grim, left with it all to do here. As great as he's been, it's still too much. So far, untraded and unscathed, and the right rifles are coming at the right times. Flashbangs back in. What more can he get? Land on Fallen. Try look for Grim. He's a little bit too late to rescope back in. Yuri catches Naf on the upstairs. Now it's down to the downstairs players, and Gary still gets caught. So 3v2, rifles to play with for Furia. The bomb plant will come in for Fallen.
Yeah, he's going to go quite aggressive, knowing that he's on 20 points of health. It's going to come down to Grim to just be able to bait the crossfire, and there's a lot of footsteps being heard out at ramp.
Yeah, Fallen's heard all the info. He knows that there's 3 sets. He knows that there's 3 players out here, so Grim can start taking face. See one player, awkward spray comes up, good for his 3K. That's going to have to ace clutch this once again. He's got high HP, cannot see Vinny. The kit's on him, bomb in the open, he sprays forward. The kill is not coming on the first player, let alone the transfer to the second. 1v3 was a bit too far. Nades up, flashes over Elige. Playing into the outside, Stewie caught off by Yuri again towards the outside control. Brilliant stuff to deal with these outside aggressive players from Liquid. No trades involved at the T-side. Elige's going to get quite far up forward in this, but Yuri still gets his pick. 2 kills found.
That should have been a trade back for Elige, and Yuri just holds his ground. Gary with the AWP out from ramp could get overwhelmed by a couple of players, deals with that first player, Grim, and Furia, they looks like they're going to speed their way onto 13. Fallen gets a trade outside, but he's going to get swung on from Garage, and everything's falling apart. Naf gets 1 kill.
No more than that. Tries to get one more back on Vinny with a face out, but got to watch those other entryways and Mini in the hut position, which means it's basically all players need to hold their own. Molotov will drive K-Serato off, they go over the vent, dives. Still Naf gets caught with the crossfire. K-Serato credited with the kill. Fallen with a fire lane back in, but Art still finds his man. And Gary now looks for his own all pick, sees the one individual. Not quite as great against Grim. Here's him coming, flips back, USP against Ringer Rosie's. Grim can get that kill. They now know where he is, and they know where Stewie must be as well. Smoke to give a bit of cover. Stewie going to start working in from the observation window. Art in the corner, he's got to land the perfect opening kills, and that's got to be it. Sees Grim, gets his frag, where's Stewie? Right above him, little does he know. Drop in, the AK can get a frag back and get the bomb plant.
Rotations coming in quickly out for the vents and out from Ram. Stewie's going to get the bomb down, so at least he's got that much. Needs to isolate the fights and takes it straight away onto Vinny. Can't quite win it out. Furia getting up to 15.
Doing a decent enough job so far at keeping CTs at bay.
Yeah, Art just scanning, trying to wait for the smoke to bloom, and oh my goodness, that's the bomb getting dropped. That's the best that they could ask for.
Tap from Fallen to come back against Yuri, however, clap back to a 4v4. Gapping out smoke to work with Art and K-Serato, going to crossfire and deal with Fallen and Elige. Stewie and Naf bomb in the open, seeing the player behind Blue Box, can't get attached towards him, just burst fire and damage being done, and Art can swing out to close it. The final kill goes the way of Furia, the final round goes the way of Furia. 16-10 as they take us to third map. Furia fighting for the playoffs as Liquid fight to keep them away from the top 12 position. It's pistols, the Glocks out into the early start for Furia on the T-side half, and Stewie and Elige want to press the issue right down in towards underpasses where the majority of Furia players are at. They're caught with their backs turned. K-Serato can get that first frag. Elige struggling to get the 2 frags back, and Yuri and Vinny can chime in. All of a sudden, Fallen is the last man standing, 1v4.
Yeah, it was just going to come down to who's going to make the mistake first in underpass, and it seemed as if Team Liquid just got caught flat-footed trying to retreat for Stewie, and everything falling apart. Vinny getting a couple of kills with that P250, and Fallen, there's a rapid from that left-hand side. Does start clearing the angle, but Art on the other side is going to win out the duel. Furia putting another pistol round up for them, and Liquid,
particularly to the back of Brucey, and of course ahead of the Archers. That's short, flashes in, AWP completely blinded. Gary gets that kill against him. Naf can't get two to respond. Bomb dropped, looking for Art and Yuri. Sees the shoulder of the AK. Elijah's taking position back on the site itself. Yuri still gets that kill, but Naf makes it a triple. On for the quadra, jumps out of the way, and does find his 4K. Hold on the B site for the pistol, the rifles, I should say, for Liquid. Area's going to throw those flashes over the apartments. Will probably force Fallen off Gangle. I don't think any of those flashes are going to catch Naf, however. Yep, kept away, high behind the box. Pistols close, break through on the first man. Comes up with the second. K-Serrano does get that trade back and win the fight against Fallen. Okay, Bomb's going to go down, so there's money bonus at least. And a 2v2 scenario for Furia.
this is very winnable. Stewie just trying to work in with his teammate out from this marker position. Both of them have got AKs.
The backs are turned to market. Stewie's being very silent. Gary. Gun barrel's going to stick out the right-hand side. Oh, they're going to insert themselves in. Gary's been seen. Spray forward. The Orc drags towards it. But Grim gets those 2 frags to return. So they just hold on to the clutch. Furia trying to set in the set piece towards the ace site. Are they going to allow a line in the connector to allow Art to split in? Stewie's going to jump face out, and that's a mistake. All his bullets going completely off center. Incendiary's on a lead with the nades. Also trying to see if he can find Art in the trade back, but so far so little gained by his utility set. Vinny tagged up. AWP have fallen. Can't land his shot. Vinny gets both the kills against him and Grim. Naf with a responsive finally gets a kill for Liquid, but it'd still be a 4v2 and Elige being challenged with 15 points of HP. Naf's got to come in support. We'll get another kill and another kill. 3 kills to his name, but not enough to win the round still. Orp set in the short, may have been seen by the likes of Fallen. Stewie on site, he's got to get a couple of good frags in. He almost lined them up. A dink onto K-Serrano, tagging him to 14. Player in Palace undetected. You can see the bomb carrier here. No, Yuri checks it just at the right moment. Fallen with one last chance. Another bomb plant. He's got it in. There's still a little bit of time. Elige, 10 seconds of his own right. Someone's going to get that plant back together here on default. Elige, he's going to do it. He's got it in. Naf's going to stay alive. That's going to be enough for Liquid. And indeed, the pressure will get to Furia on this day.
Oh my goodness, what a hold coming out from Elige from CT.
Oh, you can't let pressure get to you now, boys. It's playoff standing on the line. K-Serrano, however, swinging back in confidence. A fantastic kill on Grim to open things up on the A side. The players coming out, his teammates coming in from mid. The AWP is Stewie. Can respond, get it back to a 4 versus 4. Fallen falls on site. Stewie's still a known entity, going to reface this. And the AWP can't find anything. But his AK transfers the spray, and Art comes in with support. And just like that, Furia, what pressure, what cracks. Don't see any of them in this round.
We have seen monster CT halves from them in both maps of Mirage played in this group. This is the first time it hasn't been a monster CT half. It can't be.
AK in for Elige, and he returns the favor to the one tap against Art. Grim follows suit on Yuri, and now Furia just walking out into open sites without much utility support, dry facing and falling apart for it. Grim ahead of the smoke, slight gap there. Gary's going to go for a plant on default. He sees Vinny, he doesn't see Gary. K-Serrano top of the danger box, still going to end up falling as Grim goes for a triple. You can only get a triple. And K-Serrano now on for the ace clutch. Sees Elige, but Elige drops in and drops him. Grim now going to have to call in some support. He's going to hire back behind and take a boot. The smokes on connector jungle, and stairs will suppress the players in on the rotations. Grim swinging out. Oh, that bomb getting tapped. Will catch Gary with his back turn. His teammate right behind him, but Rap can get those trades. It's back and forth. All sorts of frags pouring all over the place. But Vinny now becomes the lone man standing. Flash in against him will keep him blinded. Gets up high, which would be contrary to most logical sense. But fortunately for him, the CT player is not there, and the Orb cannot be seen. Now he can be seen. Bomb plant will be secured. Fallen tapping forward to the wall bangs. Flash turned away from as well. Both players are going to come in from CT. Well, they hear the footsteps, backs turned away, shots racing out, and Fallen will connect it in the end. So Liquid will end on a positive note. Furia will have the half, but it's 8-7 at the turn. The Brazilians in the lead. Can they keep it? Find out after the break.
For Liquid, there is that presence over to the B side of the map. It could just be a quick commitment, just fly out from the apartments.
One smoke was missed though to set up might cost them here. Back into the back lines, Gary is tapping forward, missing all of his shots, connects that kill on towards Elige at least. Grim comes up against Vinny, chases back in for Gary to get a second kill, looking for Grim next, but unfortunately it's too much for him. Yuri makes his way ahead, drops the bomb, drops Fallen as well, and Naf stands back at bench with it all to do in a 1v3 clutch.
Yeah, difficult position for him to be in, and without any armor too. Bomb control down for the CTs, and they just don't need a fight. Play the 3v1, know exactly where Naf is, work together on this.
Taps on, continuing to come out from Naf, sees the player out towards the corner, but Yuri ends up with a triple. The A split from the Liquid camp. Stewie in connector, the other 4 players in from ramp and Palace, 2 split apiece. csGomatchtvcoop and Art here. Awkward crossfire. csGomatchtvcoop gets his kill. Art can trade it. csGomatchtvcoop doubles up onto Grim, trying to swap out to the AK here for csGomatchtvcoop's party suppressed in a corner. Elige can deal with the AWP, cannot deal with the second player at Dark. And csGomatchtvcoop makes it a triple as Furia gain the all-importance.
But because we haven't seen the B execs, we haven't seen that play coming out, and for Liquid, it's going to be the commitment.
Sprays through on Vinny, Smoke ready to try to buy a little bit of breathing room. Try to look for Grim, great strike back, looking for a bit more in the apartments. His backup has also arrived. Stewie spotted, Gary strikes, can't get a second player. The defuse kit drops and Fallen can trade on in a 3-on-3. Vinny needs support and he needs it now. They're coming in from Market. Third player on the way back as Yuri gets dropped, but still Vinny holds the 2K and the 3K. USP out against Naf, doing all the damage in the world. Dinks and all, 18 points of health, he can trade him, but now he's got to deal with csGomatchtvcoop, the star, the man. The main element for Furia. AK set towards the market door. He knows that Naf is suppressed, waiting for an opportunity with the AK, and he wins it. No bomb plant bolster for Liquid, and that's massive for Furia. Having been in tune with your opponent's moves, I say that, Elige though, he'll just go for the tink, he'll just go for the burst fire. Get that kill on Yuri. I thought he was going for knife kills. Art can get a couple of trades alongside csGomatchtvcoop, so despite the flank, despite the unchecked position for Liquid, the lockdown still comes in, a 4K for Art. Find their own individuals. 3 rounds for Liquid to make up. Plays in for Grim, sees Vinny, gets his frag. Gary with the Nova. Molotov goes back to Van. Is there one close? No, there's not, and Grim's gonna fall for it. 1 frag, 2 frags, can't quite get the triple. Elise turns it back, the taps forward to the AK. Yuri's gonna get the trade. 3-on-2 still, Liquid have a chance, but Fallen's got to force the issue. He's all alone, making noise, waiting for Stewie to rotate in from short. He'll get here, Yuri's accounted for it, and he's found the frag. It's Fallen to fall into the side, drop the likes of Yuri, bring him back down with him, get that bomb potential nade onto his position. It doesn't get the kill, it allows the plant.
Get the extra cash injection. Where does he go from this? 17 HP, and he just gets spammed through the smoke. And you'd have to say that may be the biggest round or the biggest play we've seen for Guri, all best of 3 so far.
Naf could catch csGomatchtvcoop with utility in his hand and look towards Art, and on his lone team he might force the rotation back for Liquid. No one's left to this A site, and look at Furia. They're already pushing apartments, they're already looking to save. Despite their successes, they're still going to push the bomb in, and Vinny can still shut it down. He's all on his lonesome. Surely he doesn't clutch it like this.
Oh, there's so much time. That's the problem, is there's so much time to try and play with. And for Liquid, they can compose themselves. Get into market, get into good positions. Looking to take a duel straight away up for the market position.
Oh,
now
God.
falls, and Vinny gets another.
No way. Smoke, flash, M4 looking to face the player towards the outside. Stewie, Vinny doing great, isolating all these 1v1s, but he just can't hold it together. A fantastic 3K. Here they come, Liquid. For what could be enough. Art finds the bomb carrier. Grim to drop. Smokes to get a bit of cover. Sprays through for now. Trying to get csGomatchtvcoop. csGomatchtvcoop will get found by Elige. 4v4. Still Yuri. Waits a firebox. And Fallen checks it. Art suppressed. Needs backup. And desperately so. Hearing footsteps all up in the sight. Can't catch Fallen. And no scope's good enough. And Stewie continues with his mid-lurk to secure it for Furia. To save the weapon for Vinny. Liquid to 14 now. They still get shotguns, they still get Formatis. Gary's XM did wonders up in the apartments, defensive. Part of the reason why Furia are here in the first place on match point. Orb in of Art as well, catches Elige. Starts things off on the right foot. Yuri kept away from position over at underpass Stewie. Did he see the man? He has, but Yuri wins the fight. Not like this, Liquid, it's a 5v3.
What a fight up against an AK in that kind of range, and Art gets out of there to safety, trying to back up the A defense now.
Trying to look for the player out of smoke. Is Naf going to be seen? He looks back in towards Ramp, and Naf can find him on the off angle. AK spotted, and Yuri will drop Grim to get his kill. Serato with a deagle. Naf trades on Vinny, but he's down to 2 points of health in a 2v2. Serato trying to look for a gun somewhere. Fallen back at Tetris. There's no second smoke as well for the CT side. That could be everything to them. Serato, AK in hand, got a swing. Gary's got to get back. Serato wins that fight. It's all left of the short presence. He sees them both. He catches the one. Serato to get 31 to try and secure it here for Furia. Got to get on the defuse, trying to bait in Naf, but he's dead out of time, and he knows it. Liquid have done enough. Furia with 5 map points, and that was not enough. We go to overtime to decide if their playoff bounds. Counter smokes in for Serato with the incendiaries and the nade, trying to do some damage to the likes of Elysian. Grim will burn, quite significantly so. Serato leans into the site. When's he going to catch presence? Catches the first player and that second. Fallen with a responsive, so Furia hold the man advantage. Liquid hold the sites.
They're making some risky early move plays, and that's exactly what they need. Pays off for Serato, gets away with a couple, and now the retake's on.
Furia have kits, and they have a leash. Vinny finds him out in the open. He didn't check out that jungle position, and now Vinny's going to look for the wall bangs in against Naf. Fallen's AWP on default, going to burn. Still finds a kill, but burns to 4 points of health. Needs to land a second good shot on towards Arts. Meanwhile, Gary making his way in from CT spawn. Naf gets his frag, sees Gary as well, burning quite significantly, and Fallen's AWP still strikes, looking for the Quadra! And it will be Furia that fall, second at the overtime to Liquid.
Oh, this could be a fake. They've got so many opportunities to start scrambling the CTs. Time is running low. Liquid need to start making a play and bring that bomb into A.
AUG looks up and Grim catches the kill. From 5v3 to 2v3. The bomb can go down here. A connector for Vinny with a wall bang straight to Grim. Stewie's got to try for it again. Will Vinny go for it a second time? Bit of a different plan. Angle! Vinny's read it! 2 kills! That's enough! What a play!
Oh my goodness, 2 wall bangs in 2 different positions.
Can't find the frag, unfortunately. Liquid hold the 5v5, the smoke's coming in. Execution time for Furia.
They haven't got the kill out to Underpass, but is drawing the attention over. Finally, they deal with it, and now they can start focusing on the sidewalk. Can Grim find 1 kill and try to stay alive? Serato do this. Oh! He's completely blind by Art's flash.
And Art now got the 1v5 for it, his mistake. Head of the corner here at short. Contact position, the AK sees the shoulder, calls it in for his teammates, but win the fight on his lonesome. Now here come the T side, Naf with a secondary kill. Serato trades on 1 and Naf still holds, desperate to keep the B sights under Liquid dominance. 1 player drops down, Molotov's in, player seen, Naf with a double, Stewie kicks up the AWP, and Naf with a no-scope will snatch the Brazilian dreams. Furia are done, bottled at the last second, as it's a 2-1 series for Liquid.